As is clearly visible from an aerial view, the trees, land, rivers, ocean, and all life here are woven together to form the fabric within the Earth experience.
Organic, irregular, flowing patterns are found beautifully within nature. Man has a more regulated, linear pattern that is easily determined to fit the mechanistic approach to his endeavors.
My name's Scott Steedley. I'm again with the International Center for Sustainability Incorporated, nonprofit corporation which focuses on sustainable practices. Here today we are sitting with Shawn Jadrnicek, a Clemson horticultural agent with Clemson Extension Service, and also a fellow permaculturalist, such as myself. And Shawn is going to show us and talk to us about how he is implementing an aquaculture system right into his own backyard within a fairly typical neighborhood environment, and showing us how effective he can be at doing that.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, Scott, to look at this. This project I started a little less than 2 years ago. I'm located about 2 blocks from my office, as well as 2 blocks from shopping. I started the project by eliminating my lawn, and that freed up a lot of time for myself. I then started replacing my lawn with perennial food plants, as well as pond and rainwater catchment systems. I'm now growing tilapia, bass, over 50 different food plants, perennial food plants. I have different types of rainwater catchment systems that I'm instigating. I'm also growing soldier fly larvae, earthworms to feed the chicken and the fish. I harvest minnows to feed the fish, gambusia minnows. And it's been a fun project. I've learned quite a bit. I've also got a little bit of shiitake mushroom production I'm doing. It's been a fun way to see how much food I can grow for my family on a very small lot in the middle of downtown Walterboro, South Carolina.
And I think that after we take this tour today, you'll see that he's done quite a good job at that. And you know, it makes trips to the store a little less necessary. When you can go out in your backyard and you know, catch a fish.
I see a fish. You caught one!
It's a little baby.
Oh, you should like baby, so you shouldn't.
Oh goodness, look.
Did you see how big that is? Boy, we caught. No, that one's small. No.
So I still have a month to go before they get their biggest size.
That one's a big one.
Before I harvest them. This one's definitely big.
You know, pick a mushroom or eat the plants. It really makes a lot more sense.
Yep, there's always something that I can come out and harvest and add to a meal almost any time of the year. It's just a matter of, for me, taking the time to do that. You know, it does take a little extra time to get out there and harvest it. So you kind of have to change your lifestyle so you can do that. And, you know, same way with feeding the fish and the chickens. You know, I can feed them store-bought food, or I can take a few extra minutes to harvest earthworms or harvest soldier fly larvae. harvest minnows to feed to the chickens and the fish.
And it's quite a peaceful, meditative area as well.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
The water running in the background, makes it quite conducive for relaxation. Permaculture is when the designer becomes the recliner.
Yeah.
So you design it in a way where you capture natural energy flows and utilize that to benefit the production of food sources and yields. And all the while, as the system becomes more mature and developed, it allows you more time to relax and enjoy the benefits of your proper design principles.
Absolutely, and design is critical to the system here. I've designed it in a way so that I realized the other day that there's no maintenance that I have to do. Everything is harvesting. If you have to maintain the system, then you need to reconfigure your design so that you're turning that maintenance into a harvest. For example, the leaves off the driveway is pretty much the only work that I have to put into the system. But it's not just a maintenance thing, removing leaves off the driveway. I blow the leaves into a channel that I then grow earthworms in, and so I'm not just removing leaves, I'm harvesting leaves. And the water comes through this channel, flows through this channel, and goes into the pond. And the leaves stay in the channel, and the channel is full of earthworms.
Look at those cool mushrooms.
And the earthworms can be captured and then fed to the fish.
I see that little thing right here. Look in the container. See that old thing?
Called the clintella.
Yeah, I know. I learned about that.
Oh, there's a bunch right there.
Let me get that stuff. Can I get one? Can I get one?
Yes.
Oh, I see one. I saw it.
Grab them.
Down.
Don't let them get away.
Where's the
bucket.
container?
Right there.
Oh, good job.
So it's all about turning problems into solutions so that you can eliminate your workload.
I think that's a great thing.
And a lot of it's just tolerating, a little more wildness than you would have in a normal neighborhood. Especially death and decay. People are usually pulling up sticks and throwing them away, pulling up leaves and throwing them away. But it's those leaves and sticks that are attracting the insects and the food, and it's providing a habitat for animals and wildlife. So, I like to tell people, have a big pile of sticks in my backyard, but without that pile of sticks, I wouldn't have owls, because that pile of sticks is providing habitat and food for rabbits, and then in turn I have owls coming in and eating the rabbits. So it's finding those connections and finding how to, provide habitat and food for as many organisms as possible, and then harvesting things along the way.